What's going on, friends? Welcome back to another New World video, and what is sadly very likely going to be the last New World video on this channel. The reason behind this, the game is no longer going to be receiving updates. This news shocked me. I did foresee this happening at some point in New World's future, but just 2 weeks after the Nighthaven expansion, they've made an announcement here. It says New World has just passed 4 years since its launch, and we've built an incredible community together. However, we've reached a point where it's no longer sustainable to continue developing new content. We regret to announce that the Nighthaven update will serve as the final content release for the game on PC and console. Thank you for sharing Aeternum with us and making this game something truly special. We continue or elaborate a little bit more on the official New World website. Put a link to this in the description down below if you guys want to check it out. They have said that the servers will remain open. Servers will be live through 2026, but obviously there's no new content coming. The patch that we're playing on now is likely the forever patch. There's not going to be any new events outside of like the world bosses spawning. So yeah, no more winter convergence, no more Turkey Terror, Turkey Alarm, the big Terror guy. Weirdly enough, you won't be able to get refunds, and you can still buy the game, and you can also purchase currency in the game as well. It's a bit strange leaving the cash up on, even though they do plan to. I mean, they say they're not sunsetting the game, but from my personal experience, having played a lot of games that unfortunately are no longer with us, you can go back in my channel history and take a look at Realm Royale, Spellbreak, Hyperscape, and many others. When you announce that you're no longer going to provide updates for the game, people do tend to leave in a pretty drastic fashion. As I say, and I'm sure some of you guys are going to point out, New World being a flop in terms of like how it first came out and what it is now, this day was sadly or inevitably going to come at some point, but I just didn't expect it to be right now. We literally have like queues to get into the servers. The game is relatively busy. If you go take a look at the Steam charts, this is just Steam, obviously. We got 41,000 people online just last night. That doesn't include Xbox and PS5, which could easily bring it up to 60, 70, 80k. If you go take a look at the game on Steam, it's currently right now on 50th place for the best-selling games, above Elder Scrolls Online. It's selling slightly better than ESO. When I looked earlier on, it was at 39th place, so I guess a bunch of people refunded it or something, but it was around the same point that Guild Wars 2, Apex Legends, Magic the Gathering Arena was. But yeah, it's just dropped 23 places now, so... This news, I guess some of you guys are going to ask, why is this happening, Baggins? They got this update out, why is it going on? If you take a look at like New World from the beginning, you can see that they never really were able to get back the steam that they had with the release. New World came out and it was just really not ready for release. Everything was broken, but despite that, they have brought the game back around, and I do actually genuinely feel like the game in its current state, if it came out in the state that it's in right now, back in 2021, things would be so much different, but it is, the history has happened. You can find some posts from the people who make the decisions. One thing that I'm seeing a lot of people saying is like, how dare the developers do this to us? They put out Nighthaven, they sell us the expansion. My understanding is the vast majority, if not all of the developers, did not know this is going to happen. In fact, to give some sympathy for the developers, almost all of them have lost their jobs. They've all been laid off, as you can see here. Amazon has laid off 14,000 corporate workers. Most of the people that I know personally that work on New World or worked on New World, they're all gone. They've all been taken away. The reason why they state they're doing this is they want to focus on more casual and AI-focused games. So they're putting out Courtroom Chaos starring Snoop Dogg. They would rather focus on games like that as opposed to putting work into MMOs. So they say, we have made the difficult decision to halt a significant amount of our first-party AAA game development work, specifically around MMOs, with Amazon Game Studios. Significant role reductions in Irvine and San Diego. Irvine is the team that make New World. So yeah, no more updates, no more content. The servers will remain up, but there's nothing else we can do. My sympathy, my heart goes out to the developers who have all lost their jobs today. I know the history of New World. The game engine that this game is made on is difficult to work with, and they try their best, and we often see them trying and failing, but nonetheless, I do feel like the combat in New World, this game is special. It truly is. I really don't know what else I'm going to play that will fill the hole that is New World for me. Guild Wars 2, Elder Scrolls Online, Black Desert, they have similar combat, but it's not quite the same. It's a really sad day, friends. I thought I'd share the news. I thought I'd shout out the developers for trying really hard to bring things back around. So much good stuff in Nighthaven. Catacombs is a fantastic game mode. The new raid is really, really cool. We might throw up some videos of me clearing the raid and some Catacomb stuff. But yeah, just a real bummer, friends. Real bummer. New World, no more updates. One other thing that's like a real kick in the teeth for me as well is another game I was planning to play. You know, I expected like New World would dwindle down over time, because just take a look at the history. The player numbers have always kind of trended downwards, but they go up for a big update and then they go back down. But if we take a look at some posts from LinkedIn, some people who worked on New World. So we have Ashley here. She says, this morning I was part of the layoffs at Amazon Games alongside my incredibly talented peers on New World and our fledgling Lord of the Rings game. Y'all would have loved it. That language implies it's also gone as well. We would have loved it, but it's also rest in pieces. So for those of you who are looking forward to the Lord of the Rings MMO, it's been cancelled for the second time. For those of you who are looking forward to daggers and more content in New World, that's not happening. I wish I could give you guys something positive in this video, but it is it's a very, very dark day. I love this game so much. I really enjoyed making content on it. Thank you so much all for the support over the years. I think I'm going to wrap up this video here before I get too emotional. But yeah, just wanted to share the news. Shout out to the developers for putting in so much effort with the game. I know it was really hard for you guys. Sucks so many people lost their jobs. Really sucks that we're not going to get any more updates for a fantastic game. You can still play New World. You can still log in and play it if you want. But from a content standpoint, I will be looking for something else to cover on. They have given us sort of like a timeline. They do say they'll give us 6 months notice. So it does say in here that we will give you a minimum of 6 months notice before they shut the servers down. On that last day, I do plan to be there. We'll do like one more chest run or outpost rush or something like that. I don't know exactly when that day is going to be. But yeah, this video is rambling on. I know, I don't know what else to say, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me know if you guys have any recommendations for other games, if there's things that you're interested in. Ideally, new games is what I'm looking for. I want to look for something new to cover content on, as opposed to games that have been around for a very, very long time, like Guild Wars and Black Desert Online and ESO. Whilst they're fantastic games, I look for that new adventure. So yeah, if you guys got any recommendations, leave them in the comments down below. If you want to jump in on the Discord and talk about the game and give some commiserations, discord.gg/The Shire. Put a link to that in the description down below as well. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video here, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.